It happened in 93. 93, facing 85 years at the age of, I think, 27. On deep inside, man, I was a lonely boy. I just never knew if I was ever coming home or not.
Right.
Because of any of our crime, you had somebody that could have faith in you, have belief in you.
Right,
You know,
right.
and that trust and that faith.
Right.
Making you feel like you belong there. You're there for a reason.
Throw your hands up if you with it. Drop it.
Thank you for joining another episode of Locked Up and Locked Out, the podcast. My distinguished guest today is Mr. Boo, who wear a number of hats. You can tell him your name and your attributes to society, and we can get on all that, man.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me, man.
Thank
know
you
what I'm saying?
for coming, man.
Yeah, that was Bull, Mr. Edward Andrews, the founder and the executive director of Script, Second Chance Reentry Initiative Program.
Man, you're doing amazing work. I'd like to start off by giving you your flowers, man. Nothing's perfect, but we strive to be perfect, which is a great thing that Allah has blessed us, you know what I'm saying, to be able to take breath and strive to do the great things that we do. Can you walk it back a little bit to being incarcerated? What was that like, and how tragic, or was that the setback for the get back?
I don't know it happened in 93. 93, facing 85 years at the age of, I think, 27. You know, at that time, you know, we put on that hyper masculinity, thinking that it's nothing, we could survive. Right. It ain't nothing.
I take that on the chin.
Yeah, but on deep inside, man, I was a lonely boy.
Yeah,
it was sad to me. You know, I just never knew if I was ever coming home or not. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because of the crime that was committed.
Right. How many years did you end up doing before you was able to
transition?
Yeah.
Like in 97.
Okay.
That's when I was starting to move around in the prisons, doing all the programs.
Right.
Hard on my on the ding, and it was still a big part that was missing, that loneliness, because when you from another state, you be seeing all the local community getting these visits, and you be like, you know, asked out.
People coming, way up here, man.
Yeah. And, but fortunately, I was met some people that was supportive of me during this time.
Right. How did you find the programs that you were indulging in, seeking knowledge and seeing what they had or lack thereof had to offer?
I did all the programs like Tier 2, Tier 3.
Right.
Change.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
were they helpful?
Yeah, it was helpful because it had made me get out the cell.
Right.
And it made other people believe in me. The facilitators coming inside the prison.
Right.
And that's a feeling that I will never forget, because of any of our crime, you had somebody that could have faith in you, have belief in you.
Right.
You know, and this is what I incorporate in my program, that trust and that faith.
Right.
Making you feel like, you know, you belong there. You're there for a reason.
I mean, the success to any good program is a good listener. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the needs of the people that's walking through your door, meeting them where they're at in that particular time and space. You know what I'm saying? Because as it was a great thing being able to have somebody be able to catch me before the unexpected. Even though I was innocent, I was made to jump through hoops and things of that nature. So having the ability to have you come and rescue me in a situation like, yo, well, he can come here since they don't want me in the town. I couldn't go back there. And it was like, nah, you gotta be somewhere outside the communities, you know what I'm saying, that be, and be on these type of restraints. So we don't want you around family or nothing. We want you, you know what I'm saying, isolated. So to be isolated in a faraway town, you know what I'm saying, everything new, you know, you're not that person that you first was when you went in.
You wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So having that sense of change, the yearning to quiet the naysayers, you know what I mean? Or make sure that you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, to position yourself for success, is a road that's dark sometimes, lonely, questionable, and scary, all, you know what I'm saying, rolled up into one, because it's the unknown. Something you haven't done. You're like a newborn baby, and you're like left in the wilderness to fend for yourself, trying to find your way. So being able to find my way and seeing the help, the trauma specialists, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. I always told you and bigged you up for that, you know what I'm saying, having a specialist, because I was going to seek therapy even if it wasn't for script. But it was a blessing that script had them things implemented already. So I didn't have to go far, you know what I'm saying, because you don't know what hitting angers or what's going to be your trigger, you know what I'm saying, that make you digress. I don't want to digress. I want to push forward and be the best specimen of oneself. And doing such, you have to know what's going on with you, how you're viewing things, or you're taking things out of context, are you taking it too personal? You know what I'm saying? Because that becomes people's Achilles heels as well. Taking it too personal. I expressed this to them, and they don't want, you know, it's something that you got something against me. Da, da, da. It's not a you thing as much as is not a disconnect, but I'm not getting where you're at right now, so I can't meet you at the crossroad. You know what I'm saying?
So if I can intervene
Yeah.
for you, right? When you're dealing with,
I'm not trying to make it about me as much as, you know, the umbrella. Right.
Nah, you's a spokesperson for those who's coming out
Right.
behind us.
Right.
And I don't have the, I don't have the answers to everything, but what I do know that script is not a theory.
Right.
It was created through live experiences.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Livable. When you was discussing what you were just saying is that a lot of us create these things that's not really in reality.
Realistic. Right. Yeah. Right.
Because of our low self-esteem, because of our trauma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then But make no mistakes about it that when we do enter into our communities, we're going to get those naysayers.
Yes.
We're going to get these people who work in these agencies who be trying to let you be compliance
Right.
rather than transforming you.
Right.
Not knowing that they are commuting their trauma onto you.
Right. Absolutely.
Because they never dealt with theirs.
Right.
They got these little titles.
Right.
And then they be trying to, be
They
on some.
assert their strength or their position on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And we all coming home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In terms of you coming to the house, you don't know how many major phone calls I got. Mainly from Stephon.
Right.
Stephon was like, yo, blah, 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 he's coming home. And
that was one of my biggest advocates, man. That brother, man. I love him and Scott, man. Great brothers, man.
Indeed. We all family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it wasn't no hesitation.
Right.
And then a lot of guys from prison was calling, yo,
right.
Anna, you know what I'm saying, call you 40.
Right. 20.
Yeah, 20. I gave you 20 more.
Another 20.
I gave you 20 more. You deserve it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, it was a beautiful feeling seeing you being released, man.
Yeah.
And we was up late that night.
Yeah.
Because y'all came to the house with your the lawyers and all of that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And all that I did was give you a big hug. But the feeling when I gave you a hug, I could feel your uncomfortability, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And although I couldn't be there with you one-on-one and all of that, I just put you in a comfort spot because that's the spot that I only had at that moment.
True indeed.
And that spot, it helped you though. You know what I'm saying?
It really did.
I'm not trying to get no flowers for that. It's just what script was made up.
Right.
It was filling the gaps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody think that reentry is just about you coming home, you getting a job, and you're living with somebody.
Right.
Now we at that moment when you was at, we had programs coming to y'all.
Right.
Like a clock.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it just was a blessing to see you graduate with your wife, cap to the side, and what we was dealing with. We dealing with those traumas, man.
Right.
We dealt with those traumas that we had even before we entered prison.
Yeah.
But most definitely we dealt with it that could help us navigate these constraints when we come into our communities.
Yes.
Because everybody want to be on some, I survived. We you see all our jail pictures?
Yeah.
We are tough.
Yeah.
We showing society we survive, but that's not where our strength come from.
No.
The surviving skills is not what our strength come.
Right.
Our strength come from our healing.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So unaddressed trauma.
And to your point, like showing the vulnerability of going through that pain, because if any strong man who has sustained and witnessed decades of being locked up, you will never be the same. Mentally, you can't be the same because you done seen some things, you done been through some things, and it's a mental job that's being done. So you have to be mentally, acute to understand you have to be vigilant each and every day because one slip can be the cause of your demise mentally. You know what I'm saying? You can die in there. And we all witnessed some people that died in there, unfortunately. So to come home tattered but not broken, and be willing to piece yourself together and understand that there's something greater at work and you're here for a reason, and then to be hyper vigilant, to go out and assert yourself in therapy and do the necessary footwork, because it's like somebody like us that been always being in the library, fighting to get our life back. So we're looking for the next war to be in.
Have you seen Toby Anderson since you been home?
No.
Yeah, he home. When you say library, because he used to always be there with me, man.
Yeah, listen, man.
Yeah.
Everybody plucked his brain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had our hubs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of people that we bounce ideas off. Some shepherdizing experts. You know what I'm saying? Some Brady experts. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we knew which each other's forte was.
I think the beauty of all of this conversation, your podcast, your advancements, is that when you see a lot of us coming home, everybody step to their business.
Absolutely.
It's barely anybody that was in our hub, you call it, or in our circle, cipher, that you see fell. And if they do be slipping, we always be there for them.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not to be publicized,
No.
because we know about those darkness.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what prison is. Like, prison for me personally was a university.
School of hard knocks.
It wasn't a punishment. It wasn't really a punishment,
No.
because in the beginning, and you know how the prison, we was doing everything that everybody in society was doing. Only thing we wasn't doing was driving.
Right. Absolutely.
You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? And what made me come to the realization that I wanted to help my population was when I was seeing teachers marking at guys, grown men, who couldn't read or write. And these guys is, their pants is, sagging and all of that, and want to really give up, but trying to put on persona that they okay, and never missing a meal. Every time child they front online. That brings pain to any conscious person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just kept it on when I was released. When y'all came home, y'all had like script and all of that. When I came home, I was empty.
Right. Right.
And I came to another town that I didn't know nobody. It was just through the grace of Allah, God, that had helped navigated me. When guys was in prison, I was writing letters.
Right.
And I was like a kind of proud to write letters from a guy who just finished doing, 22.
Right.
And now that, these judges is reading letters from the founder, script is not, it's not there but it's there, because when I mean it's not there but it's there, I'm saying that you have a lot of these other agencies that was here for years, months, and days. But it's like we pulling their skirts up.
Right.
We showing you what you're not really doing, but you're checking these boxes.
Right.
But we got to keep it quiet, because it's
You
not
want
like it's a
ruffle
competitive. It's not so much of a competitive. I told you what, I'm not going to compete with you. I'm just showing you where I could add value to.
Right.
To make your program work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
And it disgusts me sometimes, because just because we humble and soft spoken, it's not like we slow.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You go to some of these gatherings and you see people gather together because they used to being around each other.
Right.
And when you go to these events, it's like you don't belong there.
Right.
But everybody got their position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Martin Luther King was good what he's doing. Malcolm X was doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's good what they're doing. And I'm not saying I'm where they at, but I'm saying I have my own lane.
Right.
My lane is when these guys come home, I want to grab them. I want to hold them. I want to navigate them. Because reentry, like I said, is more than just getting guys jobs.
Right.
Those jobs you get in these guys are going to be just temporarily.
Right.
If they're not working on their trauma.
Right.
So it's 5 elements for reentry. Mental health.
Absolutely.
Housing. employment, some type of social skills, and guys like you and I, expert mentoring.
Right.
Guys come home, they can hear from us because we got relatable
Similar
experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not like we judgmental. You can't be judgmental. Like guys be like, "Yo, boo, you should do this. You should do that. You should." No, you should do that.
Yeah. I'm
Boo's
doing what I do.
Boo been his lane before you even came home. I'm doing what I know that I'm secure with,
Right.
and doing what is mine. Like when we was on the streets, everybody getting money. And then on that weekend, everybody going to the bars,
Right.
spending their money.
I'm staying here.
No, I'm staying here.
I'm sucking.
And that's all it's about.
Right,
I'm
right.
not going flying on. And plus, I started this from the ground up.
Right.
I didn't work for anybody to get where I'm at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
took my risks, I took my chances, and I took my losses.
Right.
But I'm still was persistent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my time, inshallah, is still coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I just never gave up, man. And don't get me wrong, I love all my brothers who's coming home from prison.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? You got my man Love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Went to the
Doing
program
great
in
things.
prison. You got Sheen, they
Yeah.
partners.
Yeah.
You have your Ray C.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have Lord. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You got great men.
You know, it's two things for certain that's humbling to me. Understanding where I came from and seeing the company that I'm in now.
It's not the same company.
It's the same company in the sense of how we grew our family in there, because we structure a family within the legal system. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be from Wild Wild West, you might be from the Trey. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talk. We ain't got nothing in common.
Where was that? In prison?
Yeah,
Nah.
but now
New Haven was with New Haven. New Haven was deep.
no,
They
but
call
you-
themselves Elm.
Yeah, but you
Elm City
had
Boys.
divisions
Yeah.
that ran deep, in the sense that, you know what, I ain't messing with a kid. But then there was one commonality that we had. We was fighting for our lives. So that nonsense took a side in. And then you actually got to know the individual, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't like. And come to find out you dislike him for no reason. Now you love him. Now, I mean, that's your brother. You know what I'm saying? Which is comforting. You know what I'm saying?
I can remember being introduced to every last one of you, man.
Yeah.
And all of y'all was like my book was written way before, you know what I'm saying? And who gave me my first compliment? I can remember to this day. Your man Ray C he gave me my first compliment
Right.
because he read the book and within 2 days.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But I think that, not to get off the subject, that it was one person who fight for everybody to get out. One person. And I give kudos to him. And that's Jeddah
Absolutely.
Berger.
Yes.
I respect his work. And although I don't be on the same platform as the
Right.
brother do,
He go hard.
he go hard for his
Yeah, his people, his
in
community.
his lane.
Yeah.
That's his
Absolutely.
lane. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But we like I said, we all are in our
Everybody got their own
personal lane.
Yeah.
And
But we could come together.
But we collectively get where we need to be at, and we collectively come together, it's going to be one of the moments that society has to pause and look and say, wow, these are some remarkable men. And women as well, because we can't X the women out that's been there, you know what I'm saying, and that's in the fight right now as well. We just don't hear them because, you know what I'm saying, nobody's lending voice to help them, you know what I'm saying, get where they need to be at, rightfully so, you know what I'm saying? Because we have a network amongst each other. If a back call goes up, you got 50, 60, you know what I'm saying, or 100 brothers that's answering the phone. Like, yo, what's going on? All right, we're going to be there. That's lockstep doing this work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's going to actually, you know what I'm saying, say, you know what? I'm going to stand with him because he's doing something righteous. He's helping, you know what I'm saying, get somebody's life back. That's the fight I want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? It's of substance. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you always gonna have Johnny come latelys. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. But at the end of the day, there's brothers, 5 or 10 brothers that we can call. That's gonna call others and form like Voltron.
And that's fly because you said how we get together, right? It's 24 of us from prison
Yeah.
that's going to Mecca this summer.
Yeah. Yeah, and we just was talking about like, yo, how special that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Special.
man,
Mecca
to be
and
able to go,
Medina.
you know what I'm saying, Mecca, Medina, for those that may not know.
Hajj.
Right. That Hajj,
It's brothers that we was locked up
we
with.
was like, yeah, like, we could only imagine, like, we were always like, yo, man, individually, I can't, man, I'd love to be that person going there. I can't wait to be in a position to go there. And now him do a lot, look at us. That's mercy, man. You know what I'm saying? So the love and being humbled by the past and not holding on to ill feelings or anger, that's a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because some people can't, you know what I'm saying, see past go because they're anger. You know what I'm saying? Or they just unwilling to let go of the past. You know what I'm saying?
And the anger is the one that hindering them.
That's why trauma seeking a therapist, you know what I'm saying, to work through that murky water of, you know what I'm saying, unloading that baggage that's hindering you from stepping into your greatness. You know what I'm saying? That's where it has to start. You have to start somewhere, and doing the work that we did in there help prepare us for the work that we're doing now.
It helped, yeah, because like everybody on their reentry started when they got out. Our reentry started before we came home.
True indeed.
You know, I always told this story. Like they asked me what's the first thing I'm gonna do when I get home, and I said the first thing I want to do is just touch a tree. What? You want to be around no girl?
Yeah.
Nah. If I would have did that, took those steps, I probably would never be focused.
Right.
Because
right. yeah.
I don't know how some people do it, but they go jump in the oven real quick. They still themselves.
What?
I'm going all in, man. And you know, I had to stay away for several of temptations, and I just thank God of where He put me at. You know, so in unity there's strength.
Absolutely.
In diversity there's knowledge, but that separation there's a intent to be conquered or eventually destroyed. When a person be like when you see guys still glorifying the yesterday, those is like stress responses.
Yeah.
It's unaddressed they never brought healing to it.
Right.
So they get their healing, semi-healing, from talking about who they was and what they used to do. But anything that led me to do facing 85 years and sentenced to 33, I can't never glorify that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
distasteful.
it's not in me.
Right.
That means I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I was in there, I prayed more than 5 times a day.
True indeed.
I still get up like 3, 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? My one-on-one with my Lord, man. But I can't forget that.
Yeah.
And then when I get out, it's like I didn't want to seem like, because to a God we belong and to God we almost return. a guys get lost in that segment right there.
Right.
Knowing that you made a covenant with him. The covenant was, God, if you could get me out of this,
Ooh, I'm gonna do
what I
better.
need to do.
Yeah.
And we get blindsided. We start having hatred for others. We trying to still talk about what we did yesterday. And I'm good with that. Like, but I just know that at the end, you're gonna have to return to your Lord.
Right.
Yeah. You can't get over on him.
Right. No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know this ain't a spiritual
You'll
product.
trick yourself.
But this is my life. Like,
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
This is how I live on.
On day one of me returning back to society, walking off the steps, the first words out of my mouth.
I saw that picture too. No, it was on the news.
My name is not 20. Don't call me 20 is dead. My name is Adam. You know what I'm saying?
Apologize. Like you threatened me just now.
Yes.
You said you pointed on my face. Alhamdulillah, I got
But
you.
you know what I'm saying? Like it was so because people have all these preconceived notions of who you are, what you're going to be about out the door. Let's understand this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm no longer, you know what I'm saying, standing by that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyway, your pedigree, tell it for yourself.
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm saying? So it was a great moment being able to shed that person off. For anybody thinking anything different. But then being in rooms with these politicians and helping laws get passed was a momentous, you know what I'm saying, occasion. One that set me on the path to the path I'm on now, trying to help brothers in any way I can and lend a voice to the people that's voiceless, and give our community and the communities abroad a deeper understanding of you don't know who stands next to you unless they tell you, unless you take a moment and listen to their story, and you find out it's some pretty amazing people that been in some dark spaces, in some dark places in time, that not only have changed their life, but who become beacons for other people who want to shed their yesterday and walk into their today. Just like the youth, you know what I'm saying? How are you feeling about today's youth?
That's a topic of discussion that must be discussed.
Yeah.
Um,
They're not
I
lost.
think that they disengaged.
They just
but,
just don't know what they don't know.
But they are our future though.
True indeed.
You know, and this is why we got this U5's program that's exists now.
Okay.
It's called U5's Podcast. And what we do, is 2 lanes to this podcast with these youth from the ages of 14 to 25. Part 1 is they come to the office twice a day. The first day they come, we working on the trauma. That's so important when you live in where we come from. And then the second day, they come to do their storytelling.
Okay.
Their, on public speaking. These type of skills, know how to express what they're really going through. And everything be recorded.
That's beautiful, man.
And they just a reflection of what they feel, how they feel, and what they see, just like us.
Absolutely.
We're a reflection of that hyper masculinity. We come from a place whereas if you ain't busting your gun, you're sweet, you're soft.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
fight, you know what I'm saying, you're getting, you know what I'm saying, taken.
Yeah.
And so you have to prove. But at the same time, you're putting a mask on who you really are. So that's why we go underneath all of that. So you can know it's like I got a phase. It's a rediscover who you are. So you could put the fluff stuff or put the pain and all of that to the side
Right.
and just, you know what I'm saying? Because we have all the jewelry and, you know, flying through places and this and that and that, man. But underneath the surface was still a lonely boy, man.
We were shallow. We was hurting.
Yeah.
We was broken. You know what I'm saying? With no direction.
I think that we had more direction than this population.
Absolutely.
Because we had
direction
knowledge of self.
Right. True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that
right.
was what guided us. Like we could go in any states and
True indeed.
some of
Yeah.
us front and we using that just, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just get up
to
and-
get
yeah,
advanced.
yeah,
you know?
you're right.
But, it all comes back down whereas it'll automatic show itself if you ain't really practicing a practitioner of what you speak.
Right, absolutely. How do you feel the transformation has been for you coming home so many years now out?
Came home in 2016. I went to a halfway house, and the halfway house I went to is one of those who don't let none of their guys come to my program.
How warped is that?
Yeah, and the guy who's stopping them is a guy who never did time in his life.
My thing is,
I'm not here to point fingers at none of that. I'm just saying my experience, you said. And this is why I came up with SCRIPT, Second Chance Reentry Initiative Program, because I don't want it to be a compliance. I want to be a transformation
right,
type of system.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And right now, we had elevated the program into a system. What do I mean by that? It's like everybody know about the Ascend program. That's what y'all took.
Right.
But now the Ascend program, it comes with technology, facilitation, therapists, and measurement outcomes. So step one, you know, we do the assessment. You fill out the necessary paperwork, and we distribute tablets.
Okay.
The tablets have a install platform called Moodle. Moodle consists of those surveys.
Okay.
You know, the survey that
Right.
y'all used to take,
Right.
but y'all wasn't never getting your answers when you
Back,
do your
right,
surveys.
right.
I think no, Professor Womack used to give you a back
yeah,
answer.
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
So I'm not taking nothing from her.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah. So now we got doctorate levels facilitators, educators that facilitate those curriculums that y'all was getting, the handbooks and the workbook. So now we call this is a session log. A session log concentrate on your emotional regulations, your stress responses, and also on your decision making patterns.
Okay.
So all of this is 1 and 2 what they record, and then all of this because of Moodle it goes to the therapist. So the therapist now she got all of that data in front of them, and when they do the 1-on-ones there's no freestyling.
They can assess where you at. They
Right.
already
Right.
right through your answers.
Right.
Where you're geared at. So
Exactly.
you can't just freestyle.
Right.
That's what's up.
And then all of this being measured, you know, we always get ours evaluated. So all of this now we selling as a package. So I can't be state to state, state to state. So if they got a reentry place, we could package it up. They could be a member, and we go do a training because we got the power slides. We got the manual facilitator guide that goes with all of that, and it's a behavior change.
So hold that up. I want the people to really get a look at this.
We're gonna take a picture, but you want, yeah.
I want y'all to really look at this, and this is a model that you want to be involved with, and go to his website, which he'll give you later on, and this is important for our people to know.
Yeah, wherever there's a alternative school, DOC, any reentry agency, but this is not only for reentry.
Right.
It's for our population.
Okay.
You know.
Because
Wait, Boo, can you hold it up for 1 sec?
I'm definitely being dealing with reentry, and what does that encompass in my mind? You know what I'm saying? Because I believe there's not one size fit all, but everything encompassed can collectively help the transition and be that much easier and better for brothers and sisters coming home. And
If we put all that together, or all of us together.
yes,
Yeah.
and I wholeheartedly believe that there's a great need to really because if it's not by us, it's by people that really have no teeth in the game.
They used to say if nothing with us, nothing by us without us.
Yeah, right.
You know, like when you watch the New York Knicks,
I know you had to go there, huh?
No, you see the the people on the microphone, the spectators, all of those is ex-basketball players.
Right. They know
It's the same thing with reentry.
Yes.
We got to be those people on the
Yes.
microphone to just help these guys navigate.
Yeah, yes. I wholeheartedly believe in that, because when you have people that's been through something such as that level and depth of trauma, what better than to have somebody that's a specialist? We are specialists when it comes to that.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And we know what it takes to unravel and reach the people that you deem unreachable, because we've been in there doing this work before we came here doing the work, talking to young youth that come through and reaching them where they're at, and they end up changing their whole life and their perspective.
They call us scholars.
Yeah.
Not scholars whereas we know all of these things. No,
Right.
we became scholars because we know what not to do in order to go back to prison.
Right. You get.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I appreciate this time that you gave me, man, and inviting me on your on this platform.
Man, the door is open, man. And I thank you for taking the invite, man, and coming, allowing the people to tap into your mind and your world of what you're doing, and how effective and how important what you're doing and how you're growing is serving the greater communities abroad. Listen, man.
Like I said, this model is no other model like it. It's important that one could really dissect this and adopt it. And I could show you why we got an 84% rating of guys and girls remaining home.
Right.
And a 64% rating just right now of guys and girls remaining employed.
Right.
We didn't do an intensive like this is. This is a SIN, structured behavioral integrated system now. Before
So
when y'all used to,
extensive.
so before when y'all was doing your surveys, y'all was going back to your own yourselves. I mean, not yourselves, your rooms
Right.
to do it.
Right.
Right. It's no more of that. The facilitator will make sure y'all do it right then and there.
Right.
So if you could make sure y'all understand what y'all checking in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, it was great to be here, man. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? It's great to be home with you, kid.
Man, no doubt,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? My
Thank
man.
you for joining, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, Locked Up and Locked Out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thank you know what I'm saying, family, Locked Up and Locked Out. Man, just continue, man, tuned, because we're going to do tremendous things, man. We got a lot of room to run, and we're going to run this race. Thank you.